Speaking of candles, I think there's more that just got dropped off at my front door. Hi friends, it is already the month of April. That is not an April Fool's joke. As much as you might want to think that it is not. Something I like to do at the beginning of every month is look back on what products I used up in the previous month. I do that with my beauty content, and I also thought that it would be a fun concept to incorporate into my candle content because, hey, the same concept works in both like niches, I guess. We can provide a really good review about a product once we have completely used it up. And so today, I'm not gonna go into like a super lengthy review of each one of these candles, but I just wanted to let you know, like, would I repurchase this? Were there any issues? And just give you guys some feedback. Now, I am going to let you know that all of these candles here today are Homeworx candles. I don't have any other candles besides Homeworx because apparently I was just trying to work through that stash. Before I dive into this, I just want to give a warm welcome to any new viewers. My name is Katie. I am a 37-year-old wife, mama, beauty lover, and obviously candle fanatic. On my channel, I review beauty content on the weekdays, and on the weekends, I like to talk about home fragrance. So if that type of content interests you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hang out. Let's go ahead and I'm just gonna dive in. They're not in any particular order. The first candle I have in front of me is Pink Lemon Shortbread. I actually just finished this one up, I think like within the last 2 days. Oh, that scent smells good. Okay, so I actually did do a detailed review on this candle. If you have not seen that, I will go ahead and link it up in the cards up above. But the scent notes on this are pink lemon, vanilla shortbread, sugared, why can I not say that? Sugared citron buttercream swirl. Now, I won't go too much into this, like I said, because I already have a detailed review on this one. Now, the only thing I am going to say is that I noticed on this candle, as it got down to the like final burn, like the last 2 burns, there was a little bit of black sootiness going on in the wax. That's actually been a common thing with most candles when they get to those final 2 burns, and that's actually what lets me know that it's time to send them away. I really do like this scent. It did perform quite well in my home, and I know that it is currently out of stock on the Homeworx website, but I hope it'll come back to QVC, or even better, back to the Dot Shop website. The next candle that I burned up was the Limoncello Cupcake. Now this, in my candle review for Pink Lemon Shortbread, I did say that I believe that these are like a first cousin to each other. There are some similar scent notes. This one, okay, this one is definitely more lemon and cupcake, whereas that one is like a pink lemon. It almost smells like there's like some type of, I know they don't list a berry note on there, but it does smell like there's kind of more of a berry note, and it's also a deeper, more buttery type of scent note in it, as opposed to this one is more cupcake. Again, I'm not gonna go too much into detail because I did compare the two in my review video of that other candle. The scent notes on this are limoncello, Sicilian lemons, candied lemons, creamy vanilla, baked cupcake. So yeah, lemon, vanilla, cupcake. That's what you get with this one. Now I will say, okay, I'm sorry, my candles sit out in my garage when I empty them, and so they're a little bit dusty on the lids. Don't mind any of that. I will say, this one also, you'll see a little bit of that like sootiness at the bottom. This one actually on the final burn ended up getting kind of that sooty smell, and that's when I decided that this one was done. I would say that I would purchase this again if the Pink Lemon Shortbread does not come back into stock. I feel like this is like the first runner-up. That one's the winner, this one's first runner-up. Like, you tried hard. I would repurchase you, but you're not my first preference. Does that make sense? A good candle. I would say that this one burned a little bit, or like the scent was a little bit stronger on this one than it was on the Pink Lemon Shortbread. So if that is the deciding factor for you between the two, do what you want with that information. All right, so clearly I have a thing for lemon this last month. The weather here has been pretty nice. I live in Arizona, for those of you who might be new viewers. So spring weather to us is about 75 degrees, which means my windows were open. Lemon to me signals freshness, cleanliness. So I will have my windows open, and I love smelling lemon. So I purchased the Sunkissed Lemon. This one I purchased in a duo from QVC. The notes on this are Sunkissed Lemon, fresh orange, pineapple, and peach. Okay, and this one is definitely all of those notes. So there is nothing gourmand in this scent at all. This is not Limoncello Cupcake. It is not pink lemon shortbread. So if you are wanting a gourmand lemon, this is not your girl right here. Those two are, but this one is not for you. This one is very much straight up fruity citrus. This one performed very well for me. This one threw a lot stronger than the other two. This one was stronger in the scent itself. I mean, like you could smell it not only all over my house, which for reference, if you are new, this is a 1700 single story, no, 1700, this is, oh my goodness, the house was not built in the 1700s, Katie. This is a 1700 square foot single story home. There we go. I got my words out. Yay. This is a strong candle. I could smell it everywhere in my home. I'm not sure that I would repurchase this fragrance just because I don't think the scent is personally for me. It's strong. It's not just straight lemon to me though. I do get those notes of orange and pineapple in here. And I don't know if it's the orange that almost kind of gives it kind of like a lemon, not lemon cleaner, because it's not that bad. But there's something about it that does remind me of cleaning products, and it's just not my favorite one. So I'm glad that I tried it. Because this one came in a duo, I actually gifted the other one to a family member. It's okay. It burned a lot better all the way down for me than the other ones. Like, I know that it was a good burn when I can stick my nose in after the final one and not smell any of that sootiness. So I will say that that was a good performer, and if you are concerned about sootiness, I had no issues with this candle. All right, switching gears a little bit. This is not a lemon scent. This is a candle that I repurchased after purchasing it last year. So I purchased a set last year, and quite honestly, I was not so sure what I was going to get when I purchased it, but for whatever reason, honestly, I think it was the packaging. I love this. It looks so cute, the little white picket fence and the flowers. This one is Kitchen Herbs. Now, I believe that this is in a duo also on QVC, and so it was on a screaming deal. I want to say like maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, where I want to say I got like a duo for like $35 with free shipping. I mean, it was a really good deal. And knowing that I liked the scent last year, I decided to pick up another set. Now this one, okay, this one, it feels weird for me saying this. It smells like fresh cut grass to me. It is definitely a floral green note. So again, no gourmand, no fruit really in this one either. The notes on this are wild mint leaves, fresh thyme, sage leaf, bay laurel, okay? Now, if I had all of those herbs right here, fresh for me to smell, I would probably be able to give you a better comparison. But just when I smell this, it definitely reminds me of fresh herbs mixed with like a grass note. But I don't want to say that grass note like, ew, like fresh cut grass. It's not that, it's just the enjoyment that I get when you smell freshly cut grass in the springtime. And so that's why I actually think that this is a perfect spring candle. I will tell you that this one is very strong in my house. In fact, if you have not tuned into some of my previous candle reviews, I have said that I tend to shy away from floral scents because they tend to give me a headache. And this is a scent that if I do not burn it when I can have the windows open. Okay, so let's put this together, okay? This is a candle that I have to burn with the windows open because otherwise it's just too strong for me. One thing I am going to say is that I do notice a little bit, you might not be able to see it, there's a little bit of soot right here. Again, I have found that in a lot of my Homeworx candles that just seems to only be an issue on like the final burn, which again signals that it's it's done. I have another one of these in my closet back there, and I will likely be burning another one this spring. So this was a candle that was new to me this year, and this is Strawberry Patch. Now I know that this is not a new release to Homeworx. I believe that this one came out, I know for sure that it was out last year. I picked it up again, I think on the same time that QVC had that duo for kitchen herbs. I believe that they were running that same type of deal with the Strawberry Patch, and I feel like I remembered seeing, was it Melanie said that she liked this one? I'm trying to remember. So I thought, well, why not? I'll go ahead and pick it up. Now, there is a hint of strawberry in this, but this is more green than just like, it's not a strawberry like bakery type of note at all, you know? So the scent notes on this are strawberry, blackberry, raspberry, vanilla, sugar. I don't know if I necessarily smell the vanilla sugar in this. Definitely a hint of blackberry in there. I'm gonna say that this one was not really my favorite. Like, this is a candle that I lit it and I was like, okay, let's go ahead and just burn through it. It's not that I didn't like it. I have one candle in there that like I just don't like, and I've already done a detailed review on that. But this was not to that level, but it just was not one that I really looked forward to burning. So unfortunately, I do have another one of these candles, and I will likely just gift it to somebody else, because that's the thing about fragrance, is it's so personal that something I may not thoroughly enjoy, another person may be so excited about. So I will probably gift the other one. The burn was pretty good. You can see again that the wax kind of got a little bit sooty there towards the end. I mean, I feel like at this point, why am I holding it up on every one? That's pretty much the pattern with all of these candles. Okay, we are to the point in the review that I am remembering now that I believe that this is February and March empties, because these candles that I am looking at right now, sorry, tickle in my throat. These candles that I'm looking at right now, I know I burned in the month of February. I just started my channel in the middle of February, so I think what I did was I was like, oh, I'll just hold on to these until the end of March and do one big empties, because I think I only had these 4 candles at the end of February. So we're gonna go ahead and loop them in. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start with probably my favorite Homeworx candle of all time. Well, is it of all time? I don't know. Homeworx has got some really good scents that I look forward to year after year, but one that I always want to have in my collection, Harry, please do not ever, ever, ever get rid of this candle. And this is the Hot Cider Donut. So the scent notes on this are harvest apple, cinnamon sugar, vanilla bean, spiced cider. Now, a lot of people like to burn this one in the fall. I don't necessarily like to burn it in the fall. This is actually my go-to candle that I like to burn right after the holidays. I don't know what it is. It's still like a gourmand, but it doesn't necessarily scream pumpkin or tree or holiday, like Christmas stuff. It doesn't scream any of those things to me. It's just, I know what it is to me. Anybody in my personal life, and I've actually shared this before with other candle reviewers, I call Hot Cider Donut my Disneyland candle, because the smell of it reminds me of Main Street, if you've ever been to Magic Kingdom or Disneyland. I think it reminds me of those bakeries on Main Street, because this reminds me of a churro. And the churros at Disneyland, actually the churros at Costco are quite delicious if you're craving a churro. But this is what it reminds me of. It just reminds me of a churro at Disneyland. I also think that I might be tying it to Disney, because 2 of my daughters have birthdays in February, a week apart from each other. And so typically, we haven't gone in a couple of years, but prior to, when was the last time we went? 2 years ago. We would usually take all of our kids to Disneyland for their birthdays. And so I think the first time I bought this candle was around that time. And I don't know, maybe it's just a scent memory that I associate with that park, but it does remind me of that. Now this one got kind of funny. The wicks got kind of funny on the final burn. I don't know what happened there. It looks like they just didn't really evenly burn out. Kind of got that puny wick towards the bottom. The other thing that I will say is I'm not sure if this one is in stock right now on the Dot Shop website. I don't think it is. I did see sugared beignets come into stock. I can't remember if it was at Ulta or if it was on the Dot Shop website. If you like this scent and you just want to have it, now again, this is not a scent that I'm going to burn in the summertime. If you like that scent and you want something similar, Sugared Beignets smells very, very similar to my nose. Almost so similar to my nose that I kind of feel like they are repetitive. But if you're looking for a scent similar to Hot Cider Donut to carry you through these times, pick up Sugared Beignets. Okay, this one was a sad one for me to get through. This, honestly, I think was one of the first Homeworx candles that I ever bought. This was the first scent. I know for sure this was the first scent that I bought. This is called Almond Flour. Oh, Harry, please, 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 please bring this one back. I realize I am like the smallest candle reviewer on YouTube. You don't even care who I am, but if one day you ever watch this video, please bring this scent back. It is so good. This is another perfect early spring scent. We're not quite floral. The notes on this one are almond blossom, creamy pistachio, orange flower, and vanilla bean. You definitely get that creamy pistachio scent coming through on this one. Oh, the almond. This one is so good. This is one of my favorite fragrances, and the reason that this is so sad is because this was my last one of this scent, and I haven't seen it come back since it was released. I want to say that was maybe 3 years ago. And oh, this one is really good. Now, I will say that this is one of those candles that have you ever heard from some other reviewers that if you let your candles sit a little bit longer, they gain strength? That was the case with this one, because I remember when I purchased this candle initially 3 years ago and I burned it for the first time. It was nice, but I had some performance issues with it. It kind of piddled out midway through, and that actually did happen with this candle as well. So I'm hoping if he brings it back that they kind of fix those issues. But the scent is what I want to come back, because this scent is so, so good. When I burned it 3 years ago, it was a lot lighter. 3 years later, this thing filled my house. So if you have a Homeworx candle that is not very strong and you have checked the pour date on it, and the pour date, I cannot speak today, you guys. Oh my word. If the pour date was within the last 6 months, you might want to consider letting your candles sit just a little bit longer to let them gain strength. In fact, I'm actually contemplating starting to pick up candles when they are out of season and letting them sit for a while, so that way they will be strong when I am ready to burn them. All right, 2 more candles here and then I'll let you all go. Okay, Spun Vanilla Sugar. This is another scent that I love, coming right out of the holidays. The scent notes on this are spun sugar, whipped cream, sugared lemon, vanilla. I definitely smell all of those. The sugar in this is not like it's not like a cupcake sugar or a butter, like a buttercream. This is a very, what is the notes on this? I smell the lemon. I'm like talking into this like it's a microphone. I smell the lemon. I definitely smell the whipped cream and the vanilla, but it's not like a cake note or anything like this. This is just pure. Oh, it is so good. I have repurchased this several times. In fact, this one I believe is in stock on the Dot Shop website. I am actually contemplating picking up another one of those on my next Homeworx order. Boy, that's a lot to say. Next Homeworx order, so that I can let it sit and cure, and so that way when I want to burn it, I typically like to burn that candle in January, early February, again, winter months where I'm wanting something with a little bit of citrus, but I'm not ready to dive right into florals or the full-blown citrus mode of late spring and early summer. The last candle that I have is the first Kringle candle that I have burned completely through, and this would be Kringle Candles Sicilian Orange. Now this is a Melanie made me buy this, Mr. Kong's mom here on YouTube. She raves about this candle, and for good reason. This is orange, but as my husband said, there is like a green note to this. So not like green note, but this is not like a fresh, juicy orange that you just cut into. This is a juicy orange that you just pulled off of an orange tree. That smell of like the orange leaves. Not orange blossom, because orange blossom has a different scent to it. Oh, this is just so, so, so good. I actually have 2 backups of this in my closet right now. And It is actually my second favorite fragrance from Kringle Candle. I have another one that I have ranked a little bit higher than that, but I really like that fragrance. That's going to do it for my candle empties for this month. Let me know in the comments down below, what candles did you burn through? Are there any that you're like, that's a one and done for me? Or are there any that you are like, yep, I found a new favorite, I will constantly be repurchasing? Let me know. Once again, I want to say thank you so much for spending your time here with me today. If you like this video, give it that thumbs up because it helps me out a lot. And like I said earlier, feel free to stick around, check out some of my other content. If you like it, hit that subscribe button. Until my next video, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.